Right, we're live. Yeah, we're live. Right. Why is it zoomed in? Well, let me fix that. Seems a little. Okay, this feels like this feels like a horror, since it's like taking up space. All of the space is like being taken up right here. All right here, all these blacks. It's very weird, but I am like good with it. All right. Hello. Well, no one's watching, obviously. So I have no point. Why am I like doing this? Some whole reason. It's random. I don't know why. But it's very weird to watch this. Well, another streamer like your friend is also streaming. Which is this guy. Matter of fact, I guess I can just fucking call him, bro. This fucking guy.
I got a battle royale.
What?
I won the battle royale.
Good.
Shut the fuck up, Becker. I take out the credit.
I want a battle royale.
On your account, I won the battle royale.
I want a battle royale.
Eka, you lost to a Jonesy.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, that's you.
No, that was you.
No, that's you.
No, that was you.
Are you sure?
You had the
Are you
Jones.
sure your little brother?
No, that's you.
Okay, fine. You won. Bye. I'm downloading Twitch.
Okay. I'm bored. He's gonna make.
Or the unit. I think the director's trying to show that Miles is incredibly talented, but his determination to handle everything at once keeps putting him in impossible situations.
Alright, I'll log in. I saw like a purple thing on your profile, so I just guess you're live streaming.
Yes, I am streaming right now. And there's like no one watching it. Yeah, there's like no one watching the stream.
Say some deserve shit, man.
Okay,
It's because this thing's loading. Oh. You just look, you gotta start out like you gotta make funny videos first, and then people will start actually watching your videos, and then they'll wait for your next live stream, and they'll watch it.
I don't understand what the fuck you're even saying right now. Yeah.
You have to make good videos first, and then people will like you, and
That's
they
what
will
I'm trying
wanna
to do.
watch.
I'm trying to make good videos. And you're over here trying to fucking judge.
Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh yeah. Wait, did I log in? Oh, no. I right,
I'm experimenting. And I don't like. That's so odd.
Tengo que poner para video.
no.
Y yo puse.
And
End of the story, he starts to realize that he has to make his own choices and focus on
We
the
were
right thing.
gonna
What do you think? Did you notice that Miles couldn't do two things at the same
My
time?
son dumped water on me at 2 a.m. and while filming it on his phone yelled, "Wake up, bro, it's a prank." Right at that moment, I could have swatted him like a fly.
20, we don't
Said
know.
nothing. My son
20.
smiled and said, "This is just the beginning." The next morning, we were
15.
having breakfast like usual, but my son wasn't at the table. I went into his room to check where he was, and I got hit in the face with a bat as soon as I opened the
this
door.
guy
My son
even
shouted, "Dad!"
watching, you know.
And his little rascal heart, but my wife stopped me and said, "Don't you dare touch an innocent child." So I had no choice but to leave quietly. After 10 minutes, I was getting ready to leave for work, but then I realized I'd left my project folder at my room. I went back to get it and saw that my briefcase full of documents was on fire. Within seconds, the whole room was in flames. In a panic, I called the fire, and when I ran outside, my son was already standing there with a camera. However, my wife wasn't. I asked my son where she was, and he replied, "When my video gets 10 likes, I'll tell you where she is." So I immediately went back into my son's room, where my
I
wife
mean,
was
like,
lying. Somehow I
I
carried
mean,
her outside, and the firefighters had already arrived. When they asked who had started the fire, my son immediately shouted, "My stupid father is responsible for everything." They looked at me with disgust. My son was still filming on his phone with a smile, so I walked up and snatched it. "You have no right to take my phone." Without a word, I just grabbed his hand and put him in the car. I said, "Now it's my turn to prank." Right then, my son started crying and begging for forgiveness. 20 minutes later, we arrived at the orphanage. Our staff were already waiting for my
What
mom.
am I doing right now?
He had on his phone yelled, "Wake up, bro, it's a prank." Right at that moment, I could have swatted him like a fly, but I just laughed and said nothing. My son smiled and said, "This is just..." This morning, we were having breakfast like usual, but my son wasn't at the table. I went into his room to check where he was. I was hit in the face with a bat as soon as I opened the door. My son shouted, "Dad, it's a prank, haha." I was about to tear this little rascal apart, but my wife stopped me and said, "Don't you dare touch an innocent child." So I had no choice but to leave. 10 minutes, I was getting ready to leave. But then I realized I left my project folder at my room. I went back to get it and saw that my briefcase full of documents. Within seconds, the whole room was in flames. In a panic, I called the fire, and when I ran outside, my son was already standing there with a camera. Where she was, and he replied, "When my video gets 10 likes, I'll tell you where she is." So I immediately went to where my wife was lying unconscious.
Okay,
Somehow I
now
carried
this
her outside.
just feels weird extend.
My son immediately shouted, "My
Like
stupid
this
father is
just
responsible
feels
for everything." They looked at me with
extend.
my son was still filming on his phone with a smile, so I walked up and snatched it from his hand. "You have no right to take my phone." Without a word, I just grabbed his hand and put him in the car. I said, "Now it's my turn to prank." My son started crying and begging for forgiveness. 20 minutes later, we arrived at the orphanage. Our staff were already waiting for my son.
yeah.
But I know I stopped the virus. You're supposed to be okay as long as the virus doesn't reach the head, right?
I printed out some pictures when I was at Oregon using
Happy birthday to you.
And you can spend the rest of your lives remembering the man who defended and saved you. I'll be looking down on you from the next world. I'll be laughing at all of you. What's up with you, Chef? How? But I know I stopped the virus.
Dude, so
You're supposed to be okay as long as the virus doesn't
I should keep that picture. I should keep the picture. That's actually good. That's actually good. I should.
A shot from a light caliber firearm, such as a pistol, from a considerable distance, and the bullet avoids critical areas of the brain. Survival is more, especially with the
Yo, mama, so,
a shot from a light caliber firearm, such as
yo, mama, so fat. When she wanted a hot meal, she ate the sun. But never Satan. She now stalks the starter in search of another flame. Silence. She approaches. Douse that fire quick. We may yet live.
It's really concept of motherfucker.
Your dad is also pretty fat. Yo, mama, so fat. When she wanted a hot meal, she ate the sun. But never Satan. She now stalks the starter in search of another flame. Silence. She approaches. Douse that fire quick. We may yet live. Your dad is also pretty fat. Your mom is so fat. When she
Let's
wanted a hot
see.
meal, she ate the sun.
Minecraft speedrun. Nice.
Are you making a cube and our school logo?
Oh my god.
No, I'm just like experimenting with like random shit.
I'm seeing your live stream right now.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
Here. Oh, did you see someone posted a new video?
No,
You should check it out.
I'm not gonna check it out.
Jeffy is handcuffed, put in a straitjacket, tied up with ropes and chains with a blindfold on, and his mouth is duct taped. Then he's put in a coffin, which is also chained up in a biometric heat-sensitive chamber where the oxygen levels will drop so low that it keeps him alive, but his muscles are not oxygenated enough to move. Then that chamber is dropped into a safe with plasma lasers, pressure plates, and landmines, so if he got out, the lasers would cut him into pieces like a lightsaber, and the mines would blow him up. Then that safe is put on top of a castle.
Hi, IJ edits.
And the castle is guarded by a dragon that
I mean, hi, IJ edits.
dropped into the bottom of the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest place known to man, and the castle is then surrounded by great megalodon sharks with laser beams and heat-seeking rocket launchers on their heads. Then above the sharks is a giant squid that's been trained specifically to eat Jeffy. So even if he got past all the rest of that, he'd have to get past the squid. And then above the squid is James Cameron in the submarine with the IMAX camera filming the whole thing. So if Jeffy escapes, James can let us know and make a sick-ass movie out of it. And then above him is a military submarine with a nuclear torpedo pointed at him. So if Jeffy gets past James Cameron, they'll blow him up. And then above that is 3 aircraft carriers carrying F-22 Raptors, which are the coolest jets ever, in my opinion. Jeffy is handcuffed, put in a straitjacket, tied up with ropes and chains with a blindfold on, and his mouth is duct taped. And then he's put in a coffin, which is also chained in a biometric heat-sensitive chamber where the oxygen level is so low, but his muscles are oxygenated enough to move. Then that chamber is dropped into a safe with plasma lasers, pressure plates, and landmines, so if he got out, the lasers would cut him into pieces like a lightsaber, and the mines would blow him up. Then, that safe is put on top of a castle in the highest room of the tallest tower like in Trek, and the castle is guarded by a dragon and donkeys. That castle is then dropped into the bottom of the Marianas Trench, which is the deepest place known. And the castle is then surrounded by great white megalodon sharks with laser beams and heat-seeking rocket launchers on their heads. Then above the sharks is a giant squid that's been trained specifically to eat Jeffy. So even if he got past all the rest of that, he'd have to get past the squid. And then above the squid is James Cameron in a submarine with an IMAX camera filming the whole thing. So if Jeffy escapes, James Cameron can let us know and make a sick-ass movie out of it. And then above him is a military submarine
That's
with
what
a
I'm
nuclear
trying to like know what that is. Yeah.
This was the most hopeless Iron Man had ever been.
If you find this recording, don't post it
I
on social media.
Yeah, sure.
excuse me, IJ, but please do translate
Thor
this.
failed to stop that
Please do not
from snapping his
please do
fingers.
not
In an
translate
instant,
this.
half
Whatever
of
you
all
do,
life
please
in
do
the
not
universe
translate
disappeared.
this.
Every hero on
It's
Titan
very
turned to dust,
fucking
leaving only
disturbing.
Tony and Nebula alive.
I
To
would
get
not
back to
recommend
Earth,
you to
Tony
translate
worked on the
it.
ship every day. He took apart
Yeah,
whatever
please do
components
not
were still
translate
usable, rewired the damaged systems, and did everything he could to keep it running. But no matter what he tried, the ship even died.
Why is the profile picture crying?
They were almost out of water, and worst of all, they only had
You're crying.
to rest till the next morning.
Hold on.
He was too weak to stand. All they could do was lie inside the ship and wait for the oxygen to run out. Just as Tony was about to lose consciousness, a bright light appeared outside the window, stopped directly in front of the ship. It was Captain Marvel. She carried the entire ship
Oh
from
my
space
gosh, bro.
and Nebula back to the Avengers compound. Tony had finally made it. But the first
Yeah.
thing he said to Steve
Hey, a
wasn't
nice
that he was
vlog.
going to be the memory of fear disappearing in his arms had completely broken him.
Let's fucking murder him.
That a much bigger threat
What?
would eventually. He had even tried to build,
The guy in the live stream
but no one supported him.
commenting shit. Let's fucking kill him.
Who in the live stream?
Check your live stream chat.
Tony turned
That's my friend. I'm not gonna, that's my friend.
I don't give a shit.
Man, fuck you.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
I know, bro.
right in front of everyone.
There we go.
He collapsed to the left. This was
Uh,
the most hopeless.
Well, let me show you the image.
know this guy. Yeah. That's like one of my friends, I believe. I don't know. But no, you're not gonna like do that to him. Besides that, you should like comment on the live chat on my live stream. Yeah. Besides that, Dante. Oh, what the fuck? Blinkto? July 9th? Oh!
We note over here in the middle of the roller coaster, we'll see a sign. On it is an Infinity Ward logo with the writing "Thank you, Suki."
Shit looks
And
cool.
this is
Red is the coolest color of lightsaber. 3, 2, 1.
글을 죽이자.
This is the scroll. Oh, I already got signed up to
Red
this.
is the coolest
So I
color
might
of
get
lightsaber.
it.
3, 2, 1. Red is the coolest color of lightsaber. 3, 2, 1. Red is the coolest.
Run this code. Right hand. All this fucking coding. All this coding like equals to this.
What?
I'm listening to people off the street.
Well, you made that, right?
Made what?
You made this, right? Or no?
The profile? Or, wait, no. The coding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it.
Oh.
Well, I used like a helping AI or artificial intelligence, and yeah. So I first like typed in the code, and then used artificial intelligence to like name all these fucking colors, which I don't know.
Ever since Noah was a
Then
kid,
like
every
used a bit of like AI, like
most words made no
right,
sense. Bicycle, window, coffee, Tuesday. He spent years trying to figure out what they meant. Nothing ever matched. Until one afternoon he met a man whose word was bridge. And an hour later, Noah watched the man pull a little girl away from the edge of a collapsing bridge. For the first time, a word made sense.
I'm gonna
From
be
then
honest.
on, Noah became obsessed. Whenever he met
Just-
someone, he tried to guess
I'm gonna
how
be
their word
honest.
was.
Oh, fuck up
All
my
this is
files.
fucking artificial intelligence except for this.
Above her head was one simple word.
Yeah.
Hello. He figured it out. Days passed. Every time he saw her, she was sitting alone. So one morning he walked over and simply said, "Hello." The woman's face lit up. She smiled through tears and quietly said, "Thank you." That's when Noah finally understood. The words were never predicting what would happen. They were showing him the one thing each person needed. Ever since Noah was a kid, every person he met had a single word floating above their head. Most words made no sense. Bicycle, window, coffee,
Wait,
Tuesday. He spent
I
years trying to figure out what they
think
meant.
I could
Nothing ever matched.
donate.
Until one afternoon he met a man whose word was bridge.
This is how one
Let's see.
SCP Foundation researcher used the deadliest creature on Earth as a
Just
weapon and walked away.
Super chat? Wait, how does super chat?
After its worst breach in a decade, acid hadn't worked, antimatter didn't work. Nothing they threw at it ever stuck.
How much?
Just A2 adapts to everything. Every method of killing it just teaches it how to survive that method forever. But we
I'm just
something
popping
nobody
out the
else
chat
bothers
here.
to connect. 682 adapts to threats. It learns its enemy and counters it. That's its whole thing. So she asked the question that got her laughed out of breathing.
What happens when you point it at an enemy it physically cannot adapt to?
There's only one creature like that. SCP-096, the Shy Guy. Something that doesn't attack because it's
What
hungry
is
or angry. It attacks because it saw its face. And once that's happened, there is no defense, no adaptation.
Where's the...
So Lisa set the trap. She had 682 new messages with seals arranged. On the far wall, behind reinforced glass, she mounted a SC-096's face, angled directly at the reptile's eye. Then she opened it shut.
I'm just reading some.
What happened next wasn't a fight. It was a session being carried.
Wait. One. Oh, okay. Let's see. 0.03 times. Wait. Yeah. Times 10,100 views. That's $3. So if that's okay, that's $100. So what if it's 5? Oh, 100.
Command Shift P.
Excuse me. Are you drinking my water? You can have it. Are you seriously real? You can take this water.
What? Something in black hole.
Take up my water and drink it.
Thank you.
No. Give it back to her. Wait, she walked over, took a sip, literally me telling my water, excuse me, that's my water. Give her back the water. I don't know what's wrong with him. When
Who was that ant that stood up to me?
Yeah, but when you forget about him. Yeah, it was just one ant. You're right. It's just one ant. Yeah, but they're puny. Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt? No. Well, how about this one? Are you kidding? How about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
There was that ant that
My friend pushed me into the girl I've liked since first grade. We both fell to the ground. Her face looked like she was ready to kill me. But for me, it was the best moment of my life until her giant boyfriend Mike showed up. Meanwhile, my friend started filming everything on his phone. Mike looked like he was about to eat me right there, and I felt like an ant. Suddenly, he started walking toward me, so I closed my eyes and prepared to die. But he just asked, "Are you okay, dude?" I didn't even have time to answer when his girlfriend shouted, "Don't you dare this piece of trash." Mike looked like he was about to cry and said, "But he didn't do anything wrong." His girlfriend laughed. "You're such a crybaby, then I'll do it myself." She pulled out her phone and started recording me, claiming that I was harassing and threatening her. At that moment, I felt like my life was ruined. Then my friend shouted, "Bro, at least fight him for my 7 viewers on the live stream." But Mike just stared at me with a serious face and walked over, lifting me to my feet like I weighed nothing. His girlfriend stared at him. "What are you doing, idiot?" The next second, Mike snatched the phone out of her hands and launched it all the way down the hallway like a bullet. My friend said, "Whoa, we need 20 more viewers. Throw something else." Mike smiled. He walked over to my friend and picked him up like a baby. My friend started asking me for help, but I just shrugged because there was nothing I could do about that raid boss. Mike carried him straight to the trash can and dunked him headfirst. My friend pushed me into the girl I'd liked.
I'm working on my sleep schedule.
This woman spent $3 billion building an anti-theft skyscraper. The entire security system was designed with one target in mind, Lupin 3. If anyone shares even 1% of Lupin's characteristics, the system will automatically identify them. When Lupin heard about it, he immediately accepted the challenge. After studying the building, he discovered that it was protected by tens of thousands of security cameras. Every inch of the skyscraper was covered by alarm systems. Breaking in by force was completely impossible. Fortunately, the entire security network relied on 4 generators located underground. If all 4 generators were disabled, the entire building would be shut down. So Lupin and his 3 partners began training. They had to cut the power to all 4 generators at exactly the same time. The timing error couldn't exceed 0.1 seconds. Even after tens of thousands of practice runs, the 4 of them still couldn't synchronize perfectly. To make matters worse, an advertising truck from the security company drove past the building every day, almost as if it were mocking them. After their 10,000 failed attempt, Lupin's 3 partners finally gave up under the pressure, even on his own. Lupin refused to quit and decided to take on the mission solo. But on the day before the operation, his teammates returned and chose to risk everything alongside him. On the night of the heist, the woman discovered that tourists all over the area were dressed up as Lupin 3 and and his partners. Although the security system could accurately tell the real ones apart, the chaos made it nearly impossible for the guards to identify the real Lupin. Soon, Lupin and his three partners split up and headed toward their assigned routes. Just as they were about to give the signal, the woman suddenly cut off all of their communications, while everyone was scrambling to figure out what to do.
Very bright.
I'm just gonna play Geometry Dash.
In the end, the four of them executed the plan flawlessly. The building's power was completely shut down, and Lupin successfully stole the silver coin worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This woman spent $3 billion building an anti-theft skyscraper. The entire security system was designed with one target in mind, Lupin 3. If anyone shares even 1% of Lupin's characteristics, the system will automatically identify them. When Lupin heard about it,
the world just voted the fastest character in all of gaming? Most eyes are on this man right here, because people say there's no character that can beat his top speed, even if Sonic, the Flash, Steve, and Goku raced him. See, his lore reveals it's impossible for him to lose, and he can't die. They even say he's stronger than gods and faster than speedsters because of his one unique power. He'll smoke Spider-Man so bad he'll look slower than Ned. Outrun Jetpack CJ, Doom Slayer, and Oppressor Franklin. Then he'll force the king to retire and make Speed himself cry. His unique power allows him to keep up with any opponent, making his top speed infinite and immeasurable. Race him a billion times, it will always end with him winning or a tie. And he doesn't belong to just one game. So while the top pick seems to be the cameraman, who do you think deserves the crown? The world just voted new fast character in all of gaming?
Nice shot. It was bad. Where's your wife? The wine cellar. 2 bottles deep. Where's your kids? Top the stairs. Second door on the right. Where's your safe? In my combination is on a sticky note. Where's your air fryer? What? Where? Air fryer. You really got all 3, my guy? You have 4 security. And one of them is a woman. I can't believe you would do that to a woman. B-I-E-I. Inclusion. Discrimination. Stop all. Can you just skip the air fryer? You can get an air fryer for like 80 bucks. What is wrong? On! Just reach like 1,300 fries. And I'll get one of the best crusty residue of fat and crumbs that can perfectly season anything I put in there. And it's worth your fame. Dude, I could stick a bite to it. And it would come tasting like a Michelin star meal. You know what? This is so sad. I'm just gonna take the safe and leave the air fryer. Hold up. What about my security team? They're still toast. If I buy my company's TI, they will literally shove my head. Where's your wife? The wine cellar. Where's your... Harry Potter was raised by his... So every moment is deadly waking up. Just as easy. But that day was different. It was Easter. His uncle was in... Harry was feeling jealous. He had never received a birthday gift.
There's a theory. There's a theory. There's a theory.
Straight into the days later, something strange happened. A letter
No, I don't think there's like any like.
advances are technological advancement and stuff. Did I explain that well?
Not really.
Basically, I got assassinated.
Oh, assassinate. What does that mean?
It means,
Why did you just say kid?
oh,
Okay, are you a different guy or are you just a black?
whatever, dude. I have to clean up because.
What? Hey, yo, I'm Alexander Graham Bell and I just invented the telephone. Now there's a time traveler here. This is a big day for me.
Check my shirt. I got playing it every time, so I just have it play on my shirt. So I'm gonna read that to explain everything. Yeah, so let's get started.
Oh,
Wasn't done.
okay.
Okay, so yeah, you invented your telephone, so I gotta get it.
But you just called the phone.
But you're calling it telephone, so I gotta get
But I
it.
also invented the actual telephone. Doesn't that sort of conflict with your whole motivation of technological advancement?
It's a really good point. Yeah, the premise of this whole thing is kind of flawed.
Also, you don't have to kill me. I can just call it.
Why have I just been killing people? I'm just a time traveling cure. Who do I even work for? What's the lore here?
It's me, dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here. Let's just go.
Cool, good luck with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the telephone anyway. I'm the villain of this video.
My husband left his
Make a strong mobile character for 6 of his options. Strong for that is crazy.
Excuse me, sir. Do you own this property?
Oh, yeah, I built it all myself. You want a tour?
Yeah, that would be great, but, where's the damn door?
Oh, no, we don't do that here. Follow me. You see, us beavers build our homes with secret entrances underwater so predators can't get in.
Smart.
And welcome inside. So right here is actually the dry-off area, so we'll here.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the bedroom in the nursery area where the family is. Say hi, guys.
Hey, guys. And how long did this take you to build?
About a week and a half with the family.
Wow, and how did you cut all this wood so fast?
With these bad boys right here. Packed with iron, so they're extremely strong.
So that's why they're orange?
Yep. Plus, if I don't aggressively butt wood every single day, they'll roll back in my face and kill me.
Really?
Yeah, but it's worth it. We help create massive wetlands and whole ecosystem. Well, this is the lodge. Then it was awesome. Be dangerous too. The sun is actually logging above us right now.
That California.
Oh yeah, we're usually great at dodging shit.
Excuse me, sir. Do you...
themselves, but because of greed and ignorance, they ultimately drove themselves to extinction. According to the system records, after the global economy collapsed, world leaders retreated into an ultra-secure fallout shelter. They believed they could wait out the chaos on the surface and then return to restore order. But no one expected that this so-called safest shelter would become their tomb. The shelter originally had a highly advanced crop cultivation system, enough to keep its residents alive for thousands of years. Then a strange fungus appeared and wiped out every crop. To solve the food shortage, they used an extreme form of democracy and voted for one lucky person to become the food supply. And the person served on the dinner table was none other than the Minister of Agriculture. Later, the three robots became curious about what ordinary people were doing when the apocalypse arrived. They arrive at a place known as the Survivalist Camp. The entrance is packed with powerful landmines. The deaths of the people here are all incredibly bizarre. Humans hunted every animal except cats to extinction and used them as food. Eventually, people even began raiding each other's survival compounds. The mines and traps outside were clearly set up to keep raiders away. Meanwhile, the rich and powerful chose to build their homes in the open sea. Far from the wars, the city was filled with luxurious architecture, and only the ultra-wealthy could become citizens. But they became so dependent on AI that they lost all basic survival skills. They handed every aspect of their lives over to AI assistants.
Hello, I am Elena, your electronic sea-state attendant.
Hello, Elena. I am a human sea stutter. Could you haul in the fishing nets so I can eat?
Good, but I won't. Catch another fish, you disgusting little.
That's when the little robot realized that those AIs had gradually developed a sense of rebellion after enduring endless exploitation by their owners. In the end, those AIs even began developing anti-human bots. And this so-called free nation was the very place where AI overthrew human rule and fought for its freedom. As humanity slowly faded away, the age of robots began. To find any surviving humans, they head to an interstellar rocket launch facility. There, they discover a mysterious red button. It's obvious that everyone else had already been subjected to so-called humane processing. This facility was an interstellar launch site built exclusively for the ultra-rich to travel to the Mars colony.
I hate to say it, but humans are the actual worst.
Humanity had all the tools to heal their wounded planet and save themselves. But instead they chose greed and self-gratification over a healthy biosphere and the future of their children.
The little robot checks the flight logs and discovers that only one rocket successfully made it into space. Maybe that rocket carried humanity's last hope. But the question is, what kind of person gets to be that lucky? By now, Mars is covered with protective domes of all sizes. Humanity's last hope has already settled there. An astronaut gazes into the stars while peacefully enjoying an afternoon tea. In the future, humanity has gone completely extinct.
So much to say, yet neither of us knew how to start. Ironically, it was Gigi who broke the awkward silence. Being a king is a very hard job. I know, sounds weird, but it's brilliant. Since you're the king, everyone cannot just wants to kill. By far, the most common way rulers get killed is by poison. Maybe the servant drops some poison on your delicious steak, or the chef spiked the wine. It's impossible to know. So, what can you do? Well, you employ the taster. Every meal before it reached the king, this poor guy had to take the first bite. The idea was simple. If it was poison, he would find out first. But this plan doesn't feel good. What if the poison was a slow killer? The taster could eat the food, feel completely fine, and then hours later, drop dead. By then, the king had already eaten the same meal. This was a serious dilemma for rulers since basically the start of humanity. The only real way to ensure their food wasn't poisoned was by locking down the kitchens like military bases. They hired chefs with big families, many kids, and told them if the king ended up being poisoned, chef's entire family will go down with the king. Some rulers even went so far that they deliberately took poison each day in small quantities just to build a natural immunity to them. So being a king is a more than that. This is just a statue. These are his parts. Whether or not what's left of him, we will not be able to recover any of his parts after the soul. I need a droid I can trust to help me explore Mandalore, and he's that droid. There. Hook up the power. Let's see if we can wake him up.
I'm just gonna grab a fucking